Hey guys, we recently took on a new brand here at Real Street Performance, which is Point One Manufacturing. They specialize in engine fasteners, head studs, main studs. They've also been in drag racing for quite some time, making billet blocks for NHRA, so they've been around all the needs and demands of the sport. Today we're going to be doing an install on these head studs to this Honda K24 engine. We'll walk you through the process step by step, the do's, the don'ts, and what to look out for. Like any installation starts, we need to first disassemble the components around it, and this would entail removing the cylinder head. For the cylinder head removal, first we need to take off the camshaft assembly as well as the timing chain, and those are simple, easy to understand steps that you can find in any repair manual for an OEM Honda K series. Once the cylinder head is removed, you can start installation of the P1 head studs. For this, we'll be using their install guide and following it step by step. Inspect kit contents for damage and confirm quantities. One of the things that I really like about P1 head studs is their whole kit assembly as a unit. The hardware is also individually wrapped, which makes it a nice presentation and also keeps the components safe in transportation. Not only do they include the lubricant that you need, but they also include a nice brush that you can use for installation. Step 2, thoroughly clean all debris from engine block holes and threads. It's doing right here, which is essentially adding brake cleaner through all these holes. We're getting these all cleaned out of any foreign debris or foreign objects that may have been in there. Over the years, caked up oil tends to bake in there, and it's somewhat difficult to get it out, but you want to make sure that you have a clean, threaded area before you start installing the stud kit. Ensure all mating deck surfaces and fastener bearing surfaces are flat, free of debris, and dry of any cleaning-related products. Inspect all deck gaskets for damage, fitment, and suitability. Remove washers from packaging and remove rust preventative coating from all faces of washers. Place on clean rag, petroleum-based solvent is recommended. For this, we always recommend to use a lint-free towel like shown here. Remove remaining fasteners and place on clean shop rag. Clean threads as required. Do not unnecessarily remove rust preventative. Sometimes you'll notice that there'll be some debris or some level of packing material that might have stayed in the threads, so it's important to clean that off first. Without lube, washers, gaskets, or heads, thread studs into their intended holes by hand only until stud bottoms or thread runout occurs. Do not use tools. Achieving smooth installation without tools is necessary. Remove fasteners and clean or repair threads if needed. By doing this without any lubricant, you're really going to be able to see if there's any problem in the threaded area, and you'll be able to feel any hiccup if there is, and then you can address that situation accordingly. Remove fasteners from their holes and apply torque point assembly lube to entire length of block end threads of the fastener using included brush. Work lube into threads all the way around the threaded sections so lube is nearly flush with outer diameter of thread face. Install studs into block by hand or using hex key with light force only. Thoroughly clean any visible fastener lube from mating surfaces and fit gasket onto studs. Do not use lube on the washers. Apply torque point assembly lube to entire length of nut end threads of the fastener using included brush. Work lube into threads all the way around the threaded sections so lube is nearly flush with outer diameter of thread face. Lube should be evenly distributed and not excessive. This step we did together with step 8. You can see here that the stud is still outside of the block, and we went ahead and lubricated both the bottom and the top side of the stud at the same time. Apply torque point lube to each nut's bearing surface only. Do not use lube on the washers. Oh yeah! Oh. Install nuts with washers hand tight. The washer should not rotate during torque procedure. Torque recommendations. Follow applicable OEM and or aftermarket manufacturer suggested torque sequence and number of tightening steps. Point 1 fasteners paired with torque point fastener assembly lube can sustain the following normal torques and clamp loads while remaining below their minimum proof load rating. Do not exceed these torque input values. These values will not be applicable with other lubricants. Torque, 70 foot-pounds. Now that the head stud installation is complete, we can go ahead and reassemble the rest of the engine onto the cylinder head. In this case, what we need to do is put the camshaft assembly as well as the timing chain and all of those components. Once we resealed the engine, we went ahead and reinstalled it onto our Superflow engine dyno and got it ready for the next round of testing. If you've enjoyed this type of video and you'd like to see more, please consider shopping with us here at Real Street Performance. Your support allows us to do more videos like this in the future. And like always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.